Hey everybody, it's me, Johnny Dean, and I'm about to show you a little bit of my property. Uh, as a lot of you know, many of you know, I am a native Chicagoan, born and raised in Chicago, and I've been all around this country many times. And I've settled out in Missouri, and I'm going to show you a little bit about my property here. So hold on, let's take a good look. Okay, now I'm using the phone. My whole entourage is just me. I have no entourage. No, I don't. But let's just take a good look at what we got going on here. It don't never snow this much out here where I'm at, out just outside of St. Louis. It don't snow much out here, and when it does, we love it. But on the other hand, because where I live is very private, uh, there is the state does not plow our roads. Uh, there's none of that out here. I live in the middle of nowhere, Missouri, and so we've been snowed in for almost a week now, and nature is beautiful right now. It's around just over freezing. There's no wind. So let's look at I want to show you a little bit of the property, okay? Hey man, you can't beat this, man. All right, let's look. Okay. So, looking forward to the front of the property, it might not look like it, but that's a good 7 stories upward. That is a good 7 stories, a good 70 feet at least, going upward if you want to get to the road. Okay? I'm not even in the middle of my property. So I'm deciding I'm going to go this way. We go down this way. There's some of the trees that have been clearing out here. What's really cool about this place, and I protect all of the nature out here. I'm not a hunter. I have nothing against hunters except for poachers. Okay. What's really cool about where I live is it is very peaceful. And it's so remote that if you have an ambulance come out here, they'll ask you, what county do you want to go to be treated at? That's how deep it is out here. That's how remote it is out here. Uh, if you need a life flight helicopter, they're not showing up on the road I live on. It'll be about 2 miles, at least 2 miles. So here we go. Now, as we are walking along here, and I'm trying to deal with my crew, I'm a good crew all by myself. Here we go. This, my friends, check it out. Okay, now we are probably about 100, probably about at least a good 10 stories down, at least. Story is 10 feet, so probably about a good 100 feet down. from where the road would be. I own all of this. Bought and paid for. Look at the sun. Okay. Now, what I'm going to try to do, see, when summer comes, when the summertime comes, all this is grown up. And we have deer, we have possums, we have foxes, we have coyotes, we have black bear. We've got, pretty much everything that you can believe out here. We have it right here. I moved out here when I was performing in Kansas, and I was doing a lot of shows. Here's the creek. It's a dry creek. I know the snow don't do no justice, okay? But it's a dry creek. And if you can look up there, the end of my property ends way up there. Now we're gonna go up probably close to 200 feet up, which would be about 20 stories up from here. But the only way you can get around this is if you walk sideways, okay? But the reason I moved out here was I was having, me and my girlfriend at the time, we decided to have a baby. While I was on the road, I met her, and as our firstborn was, as our firstborn was being in the middle of being born, I had did 1,400 shows by then, and I was tired of I was tired of performing. I was worn out. So what I did was I just quit performing. I did all of my shows that I was committed to, and I said, okay, we're going to move to Chicago, where I was born and raised. But Chicago, to me, was a place where I didn't think I wanted my child raised, my son. I didn't think I wanted him to be raised there. Everything you want in the whole world is in Chicago. So then my grandfather, who just happened to live in Missouri, and my father, who also had just moved out to Missouri, offered us a place to stay. And so we took my dad and my ma up on the offer. And while we were up here, we found that the land was so cheap out here. It was so cheap, I couldn't pass it up. And I was never born and raised. I was never born or raised in the country. So I decided, I want my son to be raised differently than I was, in a different area. I never grew up in the country. And I thought, that would be awesome for my son to be raised in a different environment where you didn't have to worry about gangs, and you didn't have to worry about all that peer pressure that comes on you when you're living in the city, and where you can get on a ticket on a bus in Chicago and go anywhere you want without no one knowing. Okay, so I'm looking back now at the property, and we're still going up a ways. Now tell me this is not beautiful. Mainly we have white and black oak here. We do have some sassafras and not too many pines. We got all kinds of animals out here. But this is God's country out here. It is beautiful God's country. It don't snow much out here, but when it does, people freak out and they get in accidents. Now, I'm looking across at the old place. If you're looking at that right there, that's my old home. It's about to get demolished. My new home is in front of that, and we just got the new home less than 2 years ago. But and this phone ain't doing me no justice, because if you look down, you can easily fall and kill yourself out here. A deer roam out here. Everything roams out here. And it is so quiet. So quiet. I've been blessed. You know. At the same time, lucky. And I want to say lucky for a reason, because in my music career, which has been going on for years and years and years now, it ain't all about talent. A lot of it has to do with luck. A lot of it has to do with being in the right place at the right time. And just because you have connections doesn't mean you're going anywhere. And that's the same with life. Life rolls that way. Okay? I got people wanting to buy my property now because it's paid off and everything. And I got people wanting to buy my property from St. Louis. And my thing is, hell no. Because what they will do to you is they will pay you for your property and they will buy it off you. But at the same time, the money that they'll give you isn't enough for you to live the rest of your life off of without making payments. So in other words, you know, it's a, yeah, they'll pay you cash and that, but you can't buy no other place. Believe me, people, you cannot buy no other place. When they buy your property, like this one out here, it's in the middle of nowhere. The county doesn't even own the road I live on. They don't maintenance it. It's private property. So, you know, when when they want to buy your property, you'll take some money, and then what you'll end up doing, it's not enough to buy a house or a good piece of land in anywhere. And at the same time, once they turn that money over to you, then what you end up doing is you end up putting money down to what you like, and then you're going to pay on it. And I'm sick and tired of paying. And I've been tired of landlords all my life. Really tired. I worked for, and I managed 40 rental units at one time. And that sucks. So, but anyways, here I am. I'm crossing the creek. Here, look at this right here. Somebody lives in this. And you could see the trail right there. Somebody lives down there. Yep, somebody lives in there. Anyways, I need to go because I need to get back home, back to my house. But yeah, it's Johnny Dean, and so this is where I ended up. After all those states and all those gigs around the country, and all those years that I was staying on people's couches while I was playing my music, and all those years that I was touring and recording. If y'all want to know how I ended up, well, thus far, this is where I've been, and I've been here for a long time now. Back in the day, there was no social media, and everything was phone calls and letters. So, anyways, let's take one more look, because I didn't even go to the back of the property. It's just too much right now. It's a beautiful place out here. Okay, I love you guys, and I want to make sure that you know one thing. Never give up. Never give up. I've given up a few times, but that thing in the back of my mind always said, there's always that idea in the back of my mind. And I have given up a few times, but that thing in the back of my mind was always there. You got to see it in your mind. You got to see it. Visualize it. Once you visualize it, then you see it. Patience. I hate patience. I am not a patient guy. But without patience, it'll tear you up. Tear you up. As far as character goes, I think a lot of people know me. People that do know me, I'm a funny guy. My character is of all kinds of sorts. In other words, I've been crazy, I've been sad, I've been happy, I've been mad, I've been upset, I've been loving, I've been everything. So, to those people who only know me by that, they don't know my life, but they know me by my character. And my character is just how I've been feeling at the time. Okay? So, social media, a lot of people only put down good things about them and stuff. When the truth is, they don't get to see the whole person. And we all judge everyone. And no one here can never say they never judge nobody. But my thing to you is this. Keep doing what you're going to do in your life. If you don't know where you're going, always keep it safe. But the things that you want in your life are always going to be in there. And never give up on it. Never in your life give up. And also this. Be careful who you hang around with. Because people might have a good smile on their face. And they will drag you to the ground. And other people might be upset. Catch you in the wrong way. And sometimes those people are the ones that will lift you up. And that's it. Alright, love you guys. I gotta go. I gotta finish my studio. Bye-bye.